Highfalutin. Definition: expressed in or marked by the use of language that is elaborated or heightened by artificial or empty means. So we're going to talk about a few of the vloggers who fit this description. Okay, let's put a couple of these ding-dongs to rest. Here's one of them. Thinks that everybody in the Fen community is stupid. Take a look in the mirror. But anyways, tells me to stay off of his channel, but wants to throw shit on mine. Okay, whatever this guy's solve is, he thinks that Kendall and Amber stumbled into Fen's box, which Forrest Fen said nobody's going to stumble across it, back in 2013. Way out of line, idiotic thinking, and I don't even know why he's coming up with this. And blaming two people or three people that have nothing to do with anything, that are just some of his friends that he just can't get off of. So, as far as anything dealing with Josh Jordan, and you can take me to court, Josh, I don't care. Whatever. But it's Kendall and Amber's fault, everybody. Just so you know, with Josh Jordan. Okay? And end it there. Stumbled across it. Huge mistake. But whatever. Okay, moving on. He's one of the dumb as a stumps that I was going to put up here. But I don't want to say dumb as a stump. Well, he might be. But I was going to say naive as a stump. How's that? A little better. All right. Let's move on. Okay. Why must I go? You've been quiet lately. That's good. That's the way you should be. But anyways, whatever you think the medicine wheel is up in Wyoming, and you can't understand why they're lying about 9 Mile Hole and not admitting is beyond the rest of us. We don't understand why you think it is in Wyoming and they're lying, but it's got to be in Wyoming somewhere, but it's your solve that they're lying about, and no reason why to lie about a camping site in Medicine Wheel if it was really there, but it's not. They're lying about another state that it was in. Okay, that's simple. Let's not call you dumb as a stump. Well, you used to be, but hopefully not anymore. All right, let's move on again. Okay, if you haven't figured out already that Jack Stoof is a complete lie and fabrication of this whole thing, with all of the things that you've been told about Wyoming and the 9 Mile deep rabbit hole and all the other crap that's gone with it, and changing of the stories and changing of the times and all the other crap, I'm going to go over some of the things that not here, but why it's not in Wyoming, why it's not at 9 Mile Hole or any of the other places that people think that it was. I'm going to show everybody exactly what the actual true solve is eventually. Hopefully the court cases don't get canceled so that I can put the actual truth out there to where the treasure chest was located up until the end when it was taken by Shiloh, and then Jack had to come forward as a face to front it all and hide all the fraud. But that remains to be seen, right? We'll see that in court. Okay, let's move on from that dumbass. Since everyone is so afraid to say this name, let's hypothetically call them Blabra, because a lot of it is just blah, blah, blah. And we're trying to get information out here and put actual factual clues and hints and give people closure. When you think that you're giving out information and you give out something you think is a hint to the actual solve, when it's not really the actual solve, because actually, Blabra, you're in second place as far as I'm concerned, as far as the actual solve. You did really well with coming up with the songs and stuff, but there's more involved with it than just the songs. It's all of the different stars and famous people, and the two people that are famous that you have to find in the hints and clues in the book. That's what you missed, but you kept it with the songs, which was great. Whatever you solve, if that's your solve, nobody knows, because you argue back and forth with Bill and Jay, and it's never ending. It's just blah, blah, blah. But I may hear about it. I haven't used your name. I'm not going to. So I'll probably get a complaint again from Someone. But anyways, I just wanted to put that out there. If you have a solve, give it out. What are you hiding it for? You think that it's this magic thing that you're going to come out and everybody's going to go, "Oh my God." Well, no, it's not going to happen. If you got it, put it out. Otherwise, take the criticism instead of just taking the ball busting. And I have to admire you. You've taken it for 2 years of all of this complaining from the whole Fen community about all these other people trying to shut you down. You're very determined, and that's good. But you need to realize that someone else is going to shut your solve down. And it's not out of cruelty. It's just to let you know that's the way life is. And if you haven't put your actual solve out there, it might be too late by the time you end up getting to court, because what you hear for silence coming from Shiloh and Jack, I tell you right now, they're deciding whether or not what is going to happen with the actual true solver that's come forward, and they can't stay ahead of him. And I'm going to give you the reasons why coming up in this video. So, Blabra, good luck. I wish you well. May the force be with you. Have fun with your songs, and good luck. That's all I can say. I'm going to move on from Blabra and go to the next one. Okay, Dave Woodard. Some people say that I'm dumb as a stump. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that are going to prove a little bit different. I may have said that I'm not a smart man, but I never said I was dumb. So, brilliant? Yes. Anyways, moving from that main stump with the axe is, it's going to chop down all the other solves. What I'm going to tell you right now is the actual solve ends at Palisade sill, correct? So you have your eagle's nest, you have your Palisade, and this is what is great. This is the epilogue, right? The epilogue is the end, the final chapter. Epilogue, he finally put a Palisade in with a canopy of stars just to show you how actually this all fits together, which is beautiful. This is in The Thrill of the Chase, the first book. But go to the epilogue, you see this picture. There's a Palisade right in the back of this whole picture. I just recently realized there was a Palisade at the back of this picture. And I knew, even before I counted, there was enough stumps that was going to make out the word Palisade. Exactly. To fit how many stumps there were to fit the word Palisade. I already knew it. And it did. Imagine that. I'm telling you folks that the Palisade sill is the end of Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. Absolutely 100%. And I will prove it with 100 other different clues. Okay, are you really ready for this? Another one of the hundreds of clues Forrest Fenn hid in his stories. My brother Skippy tried to call me brother. It came out as Bubba, and the name stuck. Who else do we know is a Bubba? Let's look. All right, maybe Don Bexley played Bubba Bexley on Samford and Son alongside of Aunt Esther. Hi folks, Dave Woodard, the man from back east. That was a cool hint, right? The Bubba, he said it right there. And it associates with Aunt Esther and Samford and Son. There's so many hints and clues that I pull in between Superman, between Aunt Esther. Every video I try to do some kind of really cool clue that I found again more, just to validate the Superman and Aunt Esther, the Kent and Esther cross. That's so friggin' important. But those are fucking awesome. Anyways, good job to Roman Candle also. He found these clues that I'm going to put up in pictures right now. As far as the rooster, the colors, that's great. That is super right there for the connection. But when you start going in deeper, after you find that connection and you see the colors, of the book and the rooster, the same colors, and you see a little penguin on the front of that cover, that is for Batman. His nemesis is the penguin. That right there, that's all you need to, you don't need to start dwelling into the book, because that clue that is right on the cover, the penguin is right under that picture that is the rooster. And I wouldn't have figured that out. That is awesome. And it makes you feel good when you find those clues that literally pull together the Clark Kent as Superman in Forrest Fenn's Solve. But to read the whole books and go all the way into it, you're running down rabbit holes. It's the simplest thing that you're going to find, just like you did with the other Kent about the Bishop's Riddle. That was great. That was awesome. Forrest Fenn spent 15 years to put all these clues together. So when you find something, it's going to be very simple. It's going to line up somehow with Aunt Esther, Clark Kent, Palisade sill, like I showed you earlier. The Palisade in the epilogue, that is the end. That it tells you what the actual solve is in an epilogue, or what the whole basis of the whole thing is. It's Palisade sill, New Mexico. I'm going to prove 100%. I'll guarantee it already. I have. But the more and more these clues, Roman candle, that was a great job. Other people, this is 15 years Forrest put this together. You have chances to find actual clues in the book. There's another one. It's great. I'll wait to show you. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about, multiple things. I've been watching some of the other videos about K-Pro. I've been watching Dave Paisano. I've been watching Barbara Anderson. I can say that right now. I've watched some of her videos. But K-Pro. Oh, Ben Knappel there. This guy, he's the one with Finding Fenn's Gold on one of the other things there, the sites. He blocked me. Okay, I got pissed off. I did a video a long time ago about blocking me on Finding Fenn's Gold, because he doesn't want these people that are getting paid by Chase Inc. Where do you think Chase Inc. is getting its money from? Where do you think it's all started from? Okay? You have Discord. Some people say it's a virus. I can tell you right now it's a virus because it came from Shiloh. So did Chase Inc. This is all fucking ploys to take everybody's mind off of the actual truth of what you're looking for answers, to find out what Forrest Fenn actually created here. Whatever lies they're going to try to feed you up in Wyoming, it's all bullshit. It's lies on top of lies on top of lies. And Shiloh sends his little hound dogs out. Robert McQuaid, Kim G, Lona Wolf, Critical Mass. He's up there as a video now. Couldn't fucking handle it. I don't know. Stupid videos about clowns. They are. They're literally fucking clowns. Critical Mass is one of Shiloh's friends. But Shiloh, you can't tell me that Shiloh doesn't have a bunch of friends. And there's a reason why they don't take me to court. And people know why. People know that if they take me to court, they have to come up with an answer. And they can't. They have no fucking answer in Wyoming. And the people that believe that is crazy. Like, why must I go? And stuck in Chaselandia. You guys you fucking have no clue that someone actually lied? Oh my God. And then he put it on a court document? Yeah, to protect his family. There is no solve up in Wyoming. I don't give a fuck what you say, what you think you know, what you think you can find out. You're not going to find any answers from them. They're not going to give you answers. Absolutely not. It's all, they put out something that they think might work. And then when people look into it, and look at K-Pro and everybody else and Cynthia Meacham guessing what the answers are. Just fucking come out with the answers. If it's really there, come out with the answers. What does it matter? Right? At this point, why do you hide it? because it's fucking fraud up there. And I'm going to expose it. I will expose it with all of these brilliant fucking answers that Forrest Fenn came up with that I'm solving, and nobody else except for Roman Candle now seems to want to find these answers and go, "That's Dave. That's fucking awesome. That's cool." But all right, you want one of the other things I'll show? Okay, this is a picture of Forrest Fenn's car, the Bullet. It has no roof, no power steering, no power brakes, and no power anything else. But it took us there, and it brought us back. What's better than that? Okay, there, most important word in the poem, is Palisade, Sill, New Mexico. I will rest through all of time and space, pillowed down and scented in, with a smile that comes from remembering the special things that brought me to that final place, one of which was knowing Peggy was there, somewhere, waiting for me. Okay, I did a dedication video to Peggy a long time ago. There's Peggy sitting in the car, waiting at Palisade Sill parking area for Forrest Fenn while he fished. Okay, getting back to David Paisano. Mentioned, he was reading like a few stories out of the third book. Now, I look for things that are associated with Samford and Son.
I ran into Grady Wilson, and he said that Fred had one foot in the grave and the other foot on a banana peel.
Esther, the doctor was here and he checked Pop out. He'll be fine in a few days.
Then exactly what is wrong with him?
Well, he ate some 8-day-old collard greens and they didn't agree with him.
8-day-old collard greens wouldn't agree with Superman. Why is he in the bathroom?
Superman, Palisade, windows, something that has a connection, because the windows, you have Devil's Mailbox, Palisade Sill is window sill, a window into life, a memoir, it all connects in there. And that's how Forrest did this. But any of those that match up. So, David Paisano is talking about a story, and he's saying, oh, this guy Fred. And I'm thinking, oh, Fred Samford. But then he brings up another story, and he goes, oh, yeah, this guy Fred. And I'm like, oh, there's two stories in there about Fred. Besides the other stories in the first and second book that have Fred in them. He brings up Fred a lot, and I know it's because of Samford and Son. So I just wanted to add that for David Paisano. Good job, David. You didn't even know. But you're going to find out, that's for sure, like the rest of them. As far as K-Pro and all of these people that are getting paid by Chase Inc., you're actually supporting the fraud by not calling me out. Call me out. Don't be so fucking chicken shit. If Shiloh's telling you not to bring my name up because you hear it anywhere, no, you don't hear it anywhere. So, Ben Knappel bringing up fucking Chase Inc. I could hear, they're like, oh, I get paid for doing this. I get paid for doing that. Maybe David Paisano does too, but he hasn't been told yet not to bring my name up. And he has. I trust him more than I trust the others. But K-Pro, you talk like you know something's wrong, and they're not going to give you any information. Shiloh is going to feed you the information that he wants. And you're giving out the doctor, D.R. Woodard, right? Dr. Woodard, Zane Grey. That's the room I stayed in, the Nook. I sent an actual picture of the real true Nook to Forrest Fenn. That was the first picture that I sent him from Palisade Sill up on the ridge, 500 feet up. Okay? Now, they talk about 200 foot or 500 foot. Okay? The 200 foot, if you look at the story, My Prehistoric Friends, in the first book, he says within 200 feet. Isn't that how Forrest Fenn stated that comment? People have been within 200 feet. Why would he put that in the first book, even before anybody knew about the chase, and then he's going to use it in a clue, right? Or a hint. Because it's an actual clue. The 200 feet at Palisade Sill, up at Clear Creek sign. It was 200 feet with an arrow pointing downstream, like down the canyon. That, your next stop is Palisade Sill. This is so There's so many hints and clues that Forrest has given out that I'm going to put in court. Shiloh, you're running out of time, man, to keep it quiet between just a few hundred people knowing, and then I disappear and all my videos are gone. And you know what? In my heart, I honored what Forrest Fenn wanted to do, which in the end was protect his family, which is what you're not doing. You're not protecting the family anymore. You're going to have it exposed of all the fucking fraud you did. So it's on you, man. It's all fucking on you. You made that bad choice, and you have to live with it. And you have to lie even more to cover it. So whatever happens from here on out, you don't want to fucking contact me. I've asked you. I've tried to be nice to the family. And you send your fucking stupid hound dogs that are dumbasses that keep giving me more and more and more information. Like you feed K-Pro all of this information. But you don't let any of them bring my name up, because I'm the guy that's going to topple their fucking YouTube channels about all of this bullshit that you've created. You put all of this stuff out there. It all stems back to you, Shiloh. And the people like Shy Guy that look into this and know, hey, this is all connected to LLC up in Wyoming. They're going to find out it's all coming from you. All of it. The Discord, the fucking other bullshit that you put out, it's all going to get known, Shiloh. And it could all be hushed down. And it's not a threat. I don't want a threat. I wanted this civil. I wanted to be peaceful about the whole thing. But you had to dig. You had to fucking stick the knife in my back after you already fucked me over from taking the treasure chest. It's all such fucking bullshit, Shiloh. And it's coming back on you. And you know it. And you're trying to fucking cover lie on top of lie on top of lie. And people are fucking too smart to see what's going to end up happening here. So I keep putting out truth. You have nothing you can fucking come back at me at. And I know you guys are looking. You've probably looked everywhere besides up my ass to try to fucking find something about me somehow to screw me over. And you know what? There's something you're missing and you haven't found it yet. And I'm going to expose it. When everybody understands what the truth is and I'm the real truth solver, I will give that information out. But at this point, I'm keeping quiet. I don't need to tell you. You can keep digging. You can keep looking. But you cannot tell me that all the shit I've said about you and possibly Zoe, that you guys haven't looked into me. Right? Am I right? I'm right. There's no way you guys haven't done everything you can to find something dirty on me. I can't think of anything that you can do, but I know that Kim G was saying something about sending XXX stuff to kids, which is fucking disgusting. So you want to start fucking slandering, I'm going to come back on you. Kim G and James McQuaid and Robert McQuaid are going to be in the fucking harassment suit after this all comes out because you want to push it to the fucking limit. It's the way it's going to be. So anyways, I don't even want to deal with that shit anymore because it's going to end up coming up. When I end up getting to court and I have all of these hundreds of facts, Shiloh, they're all facts. And it all points to Palisade sill. And you know, it'd be different if I didn't have the actual 9 clues and this semicolon bullshit you guys are bringing up. You know what the semicolon is, folks? You're at Palisade sill. From there, it's no place for the meek, which is the mountain man face. Okay? There'll be no paddle up your creek. Right? Right there. Okay, this semicolon bullshit that you're bringing in, I'll tell you what the semicolon means. Well, to me, semicolon is part Shiloh and part fucking Jack. You're both parts of a colon. All right. We have, from there, it's no place for the meek, comma. The end is ever drawing nigh. Semicolon. That is a continuation of that whole first part. But that's why I put it 2 different clues when I separated them. There'll be no paddle up your creek. Okay, so there is a continuation from there, right? Okay, it's continued but it's in a separate area down the canyon. So he put the semicolon there to let you know, from there, it's no place for the meek, the mountain man face. The end is ever drawing nigh. That's a palisade. Drawing a defensive palisade is wooden trunks. That's what's in the end. That's what you're at Palisade sill. So the end is ever drawing nigh. The end of the whole poem for the map. You're at Palisade sill. There'll be no paddle up your creek, which is Maverick Creek. No paddle. You don't go down to the creek. Just heavy loads and water high. There's gravel pit lakes. That's your heavy loads. And one of the lakes is higher. Water high. That's why it's water high. No waterfalls involved. This semicolon bullshit that you're trying to bring up and what you're doing, Shiloh, is you're taking different information, probably taking different notes from Forrest Fenn's notebooks or records or whatever you still have that you don't know possibly what the solve is, or trying to cover it up. You're fucking trying to cover Forrest Fenn's 15 years, which is horrible. But that's what your semicolon is there for. It's a continuation of Palisade sill, but it's down the canyon. That's why it's a separate clue. I put it in. You didn't give me the chance to talk to Forrest Fenn to find out exactly, because the email that you sent me, that you say came from Forrest Fenn 43 days before his deathbed. Again, you send Kim G and Robert McQuaid to bust my balls about that. I got an email from Forrest Fenn. One of the few. Why me? Why? Okay, unless there was a specific reason you guys are trying to hide what really happened. And again, I backed off for a year because I was like, okay, I honored Forrest Fenn's wishes. But then realized that didn't come from Forrest Fenn. Not on his deathbed is he going to email me to ease my little fucking mind that I'm just another searcher that was in the wrong area, especially the wrong state. It'd be different if really it was in Wyoming, which it wasn't, and he contacted somebody who was in the same area. You have no Terry Scan. You have such shit up there in Wyoming for 9 Mile shithole. It's not going to work. You're fucking taking a 15-year created genius solve and trying to stick it somewhere else. It's just not going to work, Shiloh. You need to fucking finally say, hey, we have to do something about this. Maybe do something smart instead of the dumb fucking things that you've been doing. And I didn't want this to be a bitch session about Shiloh, but you're fucking dumb as a stump. You're the biggest fucking dumb as a stump. And I know you guys, like I said, you're looking for something on me. That's fine. I don't give a shit. I'm the guy with the fucking solves, Shiloh. I told you that. I warned you that I was going to take you down with the actual true solve. And that's what I'm going to do. And this little fucking Chase ink, it's going to fucking fall. And so is the other shit that you've created. Anyways, backing off from there. There were so many other things I wanted to say, but I got sidetracked. I've been trying to do this video. This is my 4th time trying to do this, and then I run out of space on my phone. And then it shuts the video off, and then I have to start over. So I probably repeated myself from things that I said. I apologize for that. After 4 times of trying to get all of this information out, I'll go back, I'll proofread it, and maybe I'll add something after that I wanted to add and forgot. But to all the people out there that really want the truth, you need to start looking at my videos and look at the answers the way they are, the way Forrest Fenn created them, the way that I'm giving to you, everybody. And you still have a chance. I find more and more validation. I'm not changing my solve. The only thing I changed was realizing the end is ever drawing nigh is a defensive palisade. Stumps. Drawing. The end is palisade, and it's a defensive. You're drawing your weapon, or you're drawing your sword, your gun, whatever. It's a defensive wall of sticks or tree trunks. That's what the end is ever drawing nigh is. So yes, I change it. But I have nobody to console with on this, except for maybe Roman Candle now. He knows. I told you, there's people out there that will see the actual true solve here. And Roman Candle is starting to see. But it takes a lot because there's so much fucking information of 15 years built up here that it's so intertwined with beautiful, beautiful things that Forrest Fenn created. Even when he talked about Fred in the third book, about the girl burning, like getting the pottery to burn, spelling his name wrong. Ferd. He talks about Angel Fire in there. And now I just found about Bubba. Angel Fire is where the ski mountain is. And you know, the same thing with the Thrill of the Chase. I have so many clues in there. But then you go to Too Far to Walk, and it shows Forrest on the front with the shadow, and it looks like he has ski poles. The Too Far to Walk is the actual map, starting of the map of it. Like you begin at where Warm Waters Halt, and take it in the canyon down, not far, but Too Far to Walk. That's from Angel Fire Mountain, where Agua Fria Peak is. Warm Waters Halt, where Cold Waters Peak. So Cold Waters are coming up, Warm Waters Halt. It's fucking beautiful the way Forrest Fenn did it, and you're shitting all over it. So the people that don't want to accept the solve in New Mexico, a lot of people know that it was in New Mexico. And I told you there's one guy who solved it, and I knew I solved it, and I was quiet about the whole fucking thing, Shiloh. But you had to go and fuck it up. So you're the one that's going to pay. You're the one that's going to have to fucking explain why things got so fucked up because of you. Not because of me waiting. That was my option, and Forrest. Forrest was just trustful enough to tell you where the actual ending was, and you fucked it all up for everybody. And not just me, because like I said, there was a ring of rocks there that I left, that anybody that actually figured out the actual true solve of Forrest Fenn's, they would find that ring of rocks and know that the treasure was there. So you can't go back and say, well, in 2019, Jack found the rocks, and there's dig marks, Shiloh. There's fucking dig marks after I covered it up with mulch. It was hidden. I've got pictures before and after. I've got so much fucking evidence against you. And 43 days before Forrest Fenn passed away, like I said, like I told Robert McQuaid and Kim G. Okay. And Kim G erased it right away. And Robert McQuaid will cry like a fucking baby. Dave's erasing messages. He's deleting. Man, he's a fucking baby. He's a fucking grown-ass, dumb fucking man who cries like a fucking baby that I'm deleting stuff when I haven't deleted anything for 3 months. You guys delete it. You have control with your Discord bullshit. So when I put the answers out there and you guys just delete them right away because you don't want people reading them and getting smart on your fucking fraud. So Robert McQuaid, Kim G, you want to throw your shit out there some more and then delete it. I answer because I want people to see the answers, but then you delete it anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. You guys have shown so much, and I've got so many copies of different screenshots of all your bullshit answers and comments. So it is going to go into harassment and everything else because you don't want to fucking just quiet everything down. So shit's going to be known, Shiloh. I tried to do it the right way. I even reached out to the email person I'm talking to on your side who's giving me shit behind your back to do that I still don't take full advantage of what they tell me to do. But one of your email friends are trying to stab you in the back, telling me to do certain things, certain ways, because he knows that I'm right, and he knows that you're trying to fuck me over. So I've got all of that shit saved up for proof. You got to shit or get off the pot, Shiloh, because once it goes to court, there's no turning back. It's out in the public. It's going to be in the mainstream. But you can still shut it down before it gets in the mainstream, and everybody goes, why did it just all of a sudden end? A guy came forward and said he had it solved. And All of a sudden, everything's quiet. Dave's gone. Where'd Dave go? He's such a pain in the ass, but he's a funny, dumb fuck. It doesn't fucking matter, Shiloh. It's all going to be known. I've tried the right way, but you know what? You push it, and you push, and you push, instead of being man-to-man. Shake my hand and say, you know what? I fucked up. Let's fucking square this away. But you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You want to hide the pride, right? Pretty much, basically. So, anyways, I didn't get off of Shiloh's rant. All right, folks, if you've made it this far in the video, there are some really ding-dongs in the fucking Fen community. I have a lot of faith that a lot of these vloggers that don't say anything anymore are starting to see what the actual truth is. And I'm not backing down. I told you already, Shiloh, I'm not backing down. So whatever happens from here on in, I see all the bullshit that you feed these vloggers with this Shay Sink. You're giving them information. Zane Grey, the room I stayed in. Really? Come on. If you saw that in Forrest Fenn's, if you saw that in his records somewhere and said, oh, this is a clue that I can use, you're not. You're giving out answers that validate me. D.R. Woodard, doctor. If you want to find the treasure chest, find the doctor. Right there, K-Pro? You fucking ding-dongs. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I'm going to find something I missed to say, and I'll end up saying something at the end. But to all of the people out there that want closure, start watching some of my older videos. Even the ones that are 5 minutes long or 10 minutes long. I'm not going to sit there for 6 hours like some of these bloggers and talk about nothing. I'm going to give you hard facts of actual clues that are, like, you'll say, that's fucking cool. Forrest Fenn was a genius. Yes, he was. Let's give Forrest Fenn the credit that he deserves. All right? He spent 15 years on this and creating it. Do you think it's a GPS solve? Really? You guys that are on these other vlogging channels that are trying to figure something out, try to fucking bring up my name. Because that's where you're going to find the answers. And if you... I'm not going to get into it. Anyways, I get frustrated because of the level of knowing. And it's not because I'm a narcissist. It's because I know absolutely. When I found the blaze, Forrest said a month later, I have a gut feeling. What do you got the picture of the Nook? I got a gut feeling that the treasure's going to be found by the end of next summer. Because I should have figured it out then, but I didn't because of the situation I had with the people I took. Just didn't turn out. But when other vloggers know that there was somebody who was really close last year and he said he quit searching, when they get called into court, Shiloh, there's so much fucking information. I just want you to think about it. I try not to be an asshole, but when you're an asshole to me, after 20 years of being a correction officer, you get a rapport with people, and I try to do the right thing. I've always tried to do the right thing with the inmates, and I was always fair. Okay? I always thought, the guy's cooking from a plug heater that he shouldn't be cooking from. But would I do it? I would probably do the same thing. If he's thrown in somebody's face, yeah, he's going to get nabbed for it. But if he's just minding his own business, yeah, I don't fuck with him. Because I try to be fair. And I've tried to be fair, and you just fucking won't listen. You keep putting bullshit out. And the whole thing's going to topple. Just fucking have it shut down right now. And let's honor Forrest Fenn's wishes about protecting his own family, okay? Think about that. Protecting your family from what's coming down the road. I guarantee you, fucking coming down the road. I've given you those heads up. You want to keep pushing it? It's coming. Court date's coming. May 16th? Is that what you said there, Barbara? Something like that. Or K-Pro said it was. Sorry, Barbara. I didn't mean to bring in your name. And I pick on the other vloggers and I'll pick on myself. I don't give a fuck. I will pick on myself just as much as I pick on them. Because I know that I'm a pain in the ass to some of these people and they're a pain in my ass. So if we can all get along, we all get along. Ask me questions. Barbara, if you want to know certain songs or how this solve works, look at my videos because you should know your, I didn't want to say enemy, but you know what? If we're going against each other in court, you say one thing, I say another thing, you better know your enemy. And I know my enemy, and it's not you. So I just go back and forth, whatever. But as far as an actual enemy, to me right now, we all know who that is. It's Jack and Shiloh. They're the guys that are lying to every single person out in the Bend community. And Jack is running his fucking ass off, like I said, like they said, in Puerto Rico, right? He's fucking hiding. And if you don't think that's true, there's something wrong. Jack is fucking scared. He's going down with them because I've asked him to come forward, and he's not. And if he doesn't know that what the actual solve is, because Shiloh told him, that's all you have to do, Jack. Just put your face up here. And Jack decided to. Jack's in on it. And the rest of the people, they keep feeding in and not bringing in my name in their vlogs. It doesn't fucking matter because people are smarter than you think they are. And I know that. They have to be. There's too much. It comes a point, everybody's like, oh, it's just coincidence. When does it get to a point where you're at hundreds and hundreds of connections where it's not coincidence anymore, right? And the guy says, hey, he has everything. He has the solve. He has the 9 clues. He has the rainbow answered. He has T.S. Eliot. He has J.D. Solinger. He actually has a cross that has 2 names on it that if you really look into the names on who they are, it all works out in the books. All 3 books with superheroes, with Aunt Esther, with the Miss Maven. There's so many connections, and I've still got more that I'm going to bring in, and I'm going to go back in all my videos, and I'm going to take all of the information that I have, which is so cool. So people that are interested in Force Fence actual solve, then watch my videos. If you're not, and you want to keep following the bullshit on the other channels, like I said, there's bloggers out there that have not commented in a while because they're realizing there is one person who solved this whole treasure hunt. And I'm not stepping forward because I think that I'm one. I know I'm the fucking guy. I am that guy. And I will prove it. So you can learn it and understand a lot of it by watching my videos. If you don't want to, that's on you. But when you sit there and complain or bitch or whatever, you're just filling in all the drama of the other bullshit that's on the other channels. And I don't want to see that. I want to see people have their closure. But where their closure is going to be, you're not going to like the answers. And again, that's not my fault. It was my choice to wait. I didn't need to get fucked over. And neither did any of you need to get fucked over by who's behind it. So let's just move on to that point, okay? So, folks, thank you for watching. I know that I ranted on a while. I'm going to go for a walk with my girlfriend. It's nice out. The weather's up over 50 degrees in New England. That's pretty good. Just give it an hour, it'll be fucking snowing. Whatever. But anyways, Barbara, think about it. I'm not here to go back and forth in court with you. I want you to understand. Forrest Fenn said, it's a guy from back east. Forrest Fenn said he solved it by using the poem precisely to bring him to the final resting spot. Whatever your spot is that you're hiding, you really better look at it. And Josh, it wasn't solved in 2013 from somebody stumbling on the fucking thing. Use your head. Amber and whatever, leave them out of it. Let it go, man. There were some of your friends that you used to search with, and you had a bickering contest, whatever. But you're fucking theory of stumbling on it, and then all this other bullshit you bring up. It's actually pathetic, man. You need to fucking let it go. And why must I go? I hope that someday we can, like, say, hey, you know what? I apologize. I don't want to bicker with anybody. I don't want to fight with anybody. But there's certain people out there that need to understand you're not the person who solved it. If you don't have every single thing answered, like I do, like I had to study for 2 years while I waited to see what happened with the final outcome from Jack. I already knew that was a fraud. I didn't know where Jack came from. It wasn't my friends that I trusted. It was fucking Shiloh, because Shiloh backed him 100%. So that now now you all know where it comes from. Okay? Bottom line. When you back somebody who's a fraud, you're a fraud with them. And you're the guy that's supposed to have the actual real answers. And you're not giving them. I'm telling you folks right now, you will not, and I repeat, you will not get an honest answer unless they tell you that Dave Woodard is the guy that solved this. And we have to kind of figure out what's going on here. Bottom line, that's what you're going to end up seeing eventually. And if they want to push it into court, it's going to go into court. That's the way it is. And I'm not suing for the chest. People say, Dave, why are you suing? I'm not suing. There's a certain way that Forrest Fenn wrote this poem, okay, that gives you title to the gold. And it's not the way that Shiloh tried to produce it in the Wyoming document. It is absolutely not. Okay? That's all fraud. That's all fraud. And they forced Forrest Fenn to protect the family as far as the lie in Wyoming. There's nothing more I can say about that. I wasn't there. That was their choice. And Forrest Fenn knew that in the long run he had to fucking protect Shiloh. Especially when Jack showed up going, I got the chest, but I got no solve. How do you think Forrest Fenn felt, folks? Knowing. That's why Forrest Fenn never acknowledged Jack. I've got the answers for all you folks. And eventually it will come out. And like I said, it'll be a movie, it'll be a miniseries, whatever. It's going to end up coming out. Depending on if it gets shut down and everything wants to go quiet from the family. But you know what? It's going to get ugly. It is, and I see it. I know because I fucking know. Okay? All right, I'm done. Everybody have a great day. April Fools. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. I've got a lot of shit I got to try to take care of in my apartment building. And other things going on. So I'm trying to spend time with my grandkids. All fun things, right? Everybody have a great weekend. I'm Dave Woodard, the man from the East, the man from back east, Massachusetts. That's what Forrest Fenn was talking about. And whatever information that is going to come out from the court documents or from everything else, you folks will see that eventually. But I'm just hoping that this can stay more civil than it's been, because I don't need the aggravation. And you can't tell me that Shiloh doesn't have a bunch of friends that are in the community and he says, hey, do me a favor and fucking shit on this guy. So that's what I deal with, just like Barbara's dealt with for 2 years. God bless you, Barbara. You put up with it and you're still here, but there's going to come a time when you're going to get shut down. And just understand that. I'm just giving you a heads up. Thanks, folks. Have a great weekend. Dave Woodard, man from the East.